Hey, Dr. Libby here. I wanted to pop in and make you a quick video about how to do your test that's going to be coming in the mail to you any day. The test that we sent you looks like this. It's called a saliva hormone test kit from ZRT Laboratories. And this test is going to allow us to test your adrenals, your cortisol rhythm, along with your DHEA to see how your adrenals are doing. But we're going to also check your sex hormones too and see where they're at. So let me just show you what's in the box and what you're going to do with it when it comes, okay? So when you open it up, you're going to find several things inside the kit. First of all, there's instructions. We're going to go over those, but they're in the box too. There is a requisition form for you to fill out. Very simple. I'll go over that with you as well. There is a shipping label. So it's prepaid shipping. So this is what you're going to put on the test kit when you're done to mail it back to the lab. And there are 2 baggies with tubes. 1 big tube in one bag and 3 little tubes in the other bag. You're going to need all 4 of them. And an envelope. Okay. So basically, when you're done collecting it all, you're going to put the kit, everything back in the box, put the box in the envelope, and then put the sticker on the envelope and drop it off at UPS. Okay. So that's what the sticker and the envelope is for. Let's go through the testing instructions. Okay. So first thing it says is choose your collection day. For men, this is super simple. Just pick a day. Any day is fine. For your adrenals, I think it's best to pick a typical day. So it sometimes seems more convenient to pick an easy day, like maybe a weekend day where you don't have as much on your plate. It's going to be easier to collect all these samples, but we really want to see what a day in your normal life looks like. So a work day is probably preferable than an easy, relaxing Sunday afternoon. And you want to just have that be a normal day. So if you drink coffee, you can still drink coffee. If you exercise, you can still exercise. But you don't want it to be a particularly easy day or a particularly really, really hard day. That's very atypical from what you're used to, just a normal day of the week. Okay. Now, for women, this can be a little tricky. If you are a woman and you are having regular periods, then we need to time it up with your menstrual cycle. And ideally collecting on day 19, 20, or 21 is ideal. Meaning day 1 is the first day of your last period. The very first day you started bleeding is day 1. Say you bled for 5 days, then the last day would be day 5. Now you're going to count forward several more days to get to day 19, 20, or 21 to do your sample. If you're not having periods, just like men, any day is fine. If you're having very irregular periods and you don't know when it's going to happen, then you can just pick any day as well. This is only if you're having regular, consistent cycles. The timing is important. So that's number 1. Number 2 is hormone users. If you're taking hormones already, what do you need to do? So if you're not taking hormones, you can just zone out for a second. You don't need to pay attention to this part. But if you are, if you're taking topical or oral hormones, so you're taking a cream that you rub onto your skin, you can take that on the day before exactly as prescribed. But what you want to do is you don't want to take it. You want to have your nighttime dose be 12 hours before your morning collection. So when you take that first saliva sample in the morning, when you wake up, you don't want to have applied your hormones less than 12 hours before that time. Okay. So you just kind of got to do a little bit of math there. If you're taking oral progesterone, you can take your dosage right before bed. You don't have to worry about the timing as much. And if you're on a pellet or an injection or a patch, you want to test halfway between your doses. And if you're on a sublingual therapy, then that can skew the results. So we have to hold those for a few days. So if that's you, reach out and we'll tell you how to do that. Also, 7 keto DHEA needs to be held for 3 days prior to testing And if you're on any steroids, that will definitely affect it as well. So if you're on prednisone, or you just got an injection in your knee, or you're taking topical steroids for a rash or something, that can affect the results. So please let us know and we'll tell you what to do with that. Okay. So if you didn't understand anything I was talking about there, that means you aren't on any of those things and you can just skip that worry and move on to number 3, which is to prepare for collection. So you pick your day, and then you have to actually collect the saliva. And it says here on the top of this page, collection timetable. You're going to be looking at the 3rd column there because you're going to be doing all 4 tubes. Okay, so you're going to be doing the large tube upon awakening, the small tube before lunch, another small tube before dinner, and then another small tube before bedtime. So what you do is you wake up in the morning, and within 30 minutes of getting up to start your day is when you want to collect that first saliva sample. It takes a while to fill that tube up with saliva. So you let your mouth fill up with saliva and you spit it into the tube, and then you let it fill up again and spit it in the tube, and you keep spitting until you've gotten that tube at least half full, not including the bubbles. Okay. Plan for about 15 to 30 minutes. It takes that long. Okay. Then you're going to do the same thing with the smaller tube right before lunch, same thing with another smaller tube right before dinner, and same thing with another smaller tube right before bedtime. Okay. You want to do all of these collections before you eat your meal. So before lunch, before dinner, before breakfast, not after breakfast, after lunch, and after dinner. After you've collected the samples, you want to put your name and the time on the tube, on the sticker, and then put them back in the little baggies with an absorbent pad in there, because in case the saliva leaks, they can still get it off of the absorbent pad. And then you want to fill out the requisition form. Okay. And it's very simple. You're going to put in your name and your address, birth date. And then the section number 2 is for women. If you're having your cycle, you'll fill that in. And then number 3 is symptom checklist for women and men. Women are on the top there, men are on the bottom. And then on the back, you're going to list any hormone medications you're on so that the lab knows that. And the rest, and then you're going to put the timing of your saliva collections too. So if you collected it at 6:30 a.m., you just write that time in there. 11:30, let's say, 5 o'clock p.m. and 10 o'clock p.m. Just put the approximate times you collected each sample on that form. You can sign it. Of course, the payment is included in your program fee, so you don't have to put any billing information in there. And then you're going to put this requisition form along with all the samples you collected back in this box. Box goes in the bag. Sticker goes on top of the bag, and you're going to drop it off at a UPS store to have it shipped to the lab where they can process your results. When the results come back, I can't wait to meet with you, go over it with you, and explain all that we're learning from this test and create a treatment protocol to help you on your journey to healing. Okay. I hope that all makes sense. If you have questions, please reach out to us. Excuse the barking of my dog. If you heard that, I think UPS dropped something off and he didn't particularly like that. But that is the life of working from home, right? It happens. So glad you're here, and we're here for you. Have a great day.